Yeah, and most of the things that he's calling us to do ain't hard. It's not that much. Like, we be acting like God just told us to build an airplane and we don't know how to build an airplane. Even that, he'll give us a direction, but it's like, God didn't ask you but to speak to that person on the street and pray for them. You know what I mean? God didn't ask you to but to write a page of your book, today. Like, that's your own testimony. Like, how are all these things just that hard? And then it goes back to, do you really believe God for what he said? That really is what it goes back to. Do you believe him for what he said? Or are you just so carnal that you only believe based off of your own thought process? So if we can believe God for what he said and what he's already done, I mean, just the Bible itself, even though it doesn't even show the full glory of God, that right there should show you the people that you're around, the testimonies that are there. Like, that should just show you how God can do a thing. But most of the things we have to do is really it's not that major. And so we just always just go out into this extreme with God. Although if somebody at our job asks for the same kind of thing, we would right there be putting it together. So when it's in a spiritual sense, it's like we make it to be so much more. And I just want to testify to one of my friends who actually ended up being a client, and because this speaks directly to this doing it afraid, or feeling like maybe you aren't there yet, or I've been doing the development in you, Christ, and everything isn't out yet. Because everything, you ain't gonna be perfect when you do it, regardless. But we were going through our coaching, and 12 weeks in, halfway through, she was like, God is leading me to do a Bible study, an online Bible study. And she had only been reading the Bible for 3 months. Now, she had been in Christ, because she grew up in God. But actually, like, reading the Bible as an adult, like just sitting down, studying, and really partaking and coming back to Christ, 3 months into her doing a Bible study, God told her to do a Bible study. And that was the same week we were about to go through audience and what you need to speak about, what you need to talk about, who is, like, it literally, when God told her that, the worksheets were exactly what she needed for that time frame. She was also delivered from homosexuality, but at the same time, she was still struggling with it. As she started doing the Bible study, that's when all of it lifted off of her. And she was delivered from homosexuality and from sex. Like, not doing any of that right now. And now is leaning towards God and saying, all right, God, I can date a man. You know what I mean? Like that's the power of God, that when you're just obedient, sometimes it's not even like you don't have to have the fullness. If God says do the Bible study, do the Bible study, and the things that are still in you that need to lift off, God will continue to work with you and deal with you as you humble yourself, and he's going to lift those things right off of you. I mean, that is just a testament to God's grace, God's just what he does, his mercy, his love, his compassion, his patience with us, that he will say, do a Bible study, although you are not fully in your right mind, or you are still in your sin. But he's asking you to do that because he knows that's the very thing that's going to get you over the hump. That's the very thing that's going to help you break through your brick wall, So it's like, it's just amazing how God deals with us. And some things ain't conventional. Some things look weird. Some things look different. But it's like, God is all knowing. We just need to listen to him, what he has to say, what he wants to do. And just remember that he is our peace. He is our comfort. And when we get a little weary, we can rest in him. So, I mean, God is just awesome. I just thank God for his grace, for his mercy, for allowing all of us, those of you that are even watching, to live this long, to be able to do his work and actually do something today. You may have been thinking, tonight when I get home, I'm just going to go sleep, or I'm going to go watch some Netflix, or I'm going to do something else. You actually have an hour of your day to actually develop your gifts. You actually have an hour of your day to research what God has called you to. You have an hour of your day to just read the Bible and just soak in God and his grace and his mercy. You have that time. So go ahead and do it, because tomorrow's going to be great.